It's the Trainwreck Show, only on Pirate Screen Radio.
And welcome back to the second half of June 30th's Trainwreck Show. You have Bob here as your host, and you have Danielle, the couch guest, now acting as co-host and doing nothing but causing trouble.
Thank you very much.
She has made me go through about 50 pair of headphones, 20 microphones, and Lord knows what else.
I won't tell.
Just so she's happy.
That's right. It's all about me.
That's what the rest of the world thinks, too.
I'm glad we are in sync. I should be a happy person then, shouldn't I? Okay, so.
You're going to turn us on to some Darwin Awards, huh?
I did find a horrible Darwin Award. I found another one, but I'll have to go back to that one. But this one here, physics lesson. It's actually from 1984. So this is quite some time ago, but it's very scary.
Now, did they show that whether it's been confirmed or not?
It says unconfirmed by Darwin.
Okay.
It was an 84 Darwin Award nominee.
All right.
July 5th of 84, actually. So we're coming up on
an anniversary.
Yeah. It was in Chicago. It says, near the top of one of the Windy City's mighty skyscrapers, a 29-year-old attorney named Reginald, go Reggie, was locked in a heated dispute with one of his colleagues. They were arguing about what everyone argues about, the Olympics. Remarked the firm, whoever that is.
No, wait, I do have to stop you. Does this involve a big run?
It might.
And going through a window?
It might.
We've already done that on the Trainwreck Show.
I very clearly asked you if you had heard of this, and you said no. Why are you reading it to me now? That was exactly why I was trying to ask. So that I didn't look like the dumbass that I am right now. Thank God nobody can see me.
If you had listened to the Trainwreck shows, you would have heard it and you would have recognized it. But apparently you don't listen to the Trainwreck show.
Now you want to know what? I do have a response to that.
Uh-oh.
In my defense, this Trainwreck show, which I have partaked in on a few occasions, done my part.
Partaked?
Yes. And done my part in participating. It also tends to be recorded in my home from time to time. Therefore, I occasionally have to hear good portions of it. Pardonne me for missing a Darwin tidbit. I have allowed my computer room to be turned into a studio and been booted out into my own little corner.
Well, good.
Have I not?
You have the entire living room.
No, I do not have the entire living room. I have but a little corner. But anyway, don't pick on me for not hearing about the Darwin Awards on the Trainwreck show.
So try again.
Okay. Let me go back and find this other one. Did you hear?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
About Helmet Head, which was an 06
which
honorable
was
mention.
The name
and
for
confirmed.
Condom. This one's confirmed, huh?
It was confirmed to be true. And it involves fireworks and a football helmet. Anything ringing a bell?
Nope.
Okay, Nashville. Anything ringing a bell?
Nope.
So I seem to be safe to continue.
Go ahead.
Okay. See, the other one was way better. There was more description. That's the only dud to this. Ha, get it, dud. Okay, it said at a party somewhere between Nashville and Bloomington, a young man was, but of course, what do they do in Nashville? Drinking and watching people set off fireworks. I mean, one goes hand in hand with the other. So, of course, he's drinking and watching the fireworks, and he gets a great idea that he could improve upon the amateur fireworks display.
All right.
Okay? So, believe it or not, he actually puts his drink down and goes to make his little creation.
Well, at least he put his drink down.
He did, thank God, because otherwise I don't know what would have happened. When it comes to fireworks, your brain can't be much safer than sheltered inside a football helmet. We all know that, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So, he found an old helmet, duct taped a mortar-style firework to the top, and put it on his head, and lit the fuse. A bright flash nearly blinded observers, and when their eyes recovered, they saw him lying on the ground, unconscious and bleeding. Astoundingly, the 21-year-old survived this party stunt with only a mild concussion and burns. His helmet, however, was blown to pieces.
A Darwin Awards where somebody lived. Wow.
And confirmed.
Well, see, I can't really say anything because.
You've done some stupid things.
Well, yeah, one of the ones that comes to memory is the reason that I have a scar up on the upper part of my lip is holding a bottle rocket between my teeth and lighting it and waiting for the sparkles before I let it go.
Is that one of the reasons why you don't shave your mustache? Is it that pretty?
Oh, yeah, it's a little burn mark there. That was intense. Now, I was so drunk that they were trying to get me to hold it between my ass cheeks, but the girl, I should say the woman that I was dating at the time managed to talk me out of it.
Thank God for small favors.
She said, you know, you don't have to shave your ass yet, but if you do something like that, you might have to start because it might look funny where the hair doesn't grow.
So she was telling you that she really did not want to see your naked ass minus the hair.
Correct. Well, minus a weird missing patch.
Ah. See, I don't have any fun, stupid things like that. The only thing I can remember is one 4th of July when we were little. Growing up, when I was little, we had a St. Bernard. And, oh, God, he probably went about a good 350. And he was in the kitchen, in the house. And we had the screen door on. And our screen door, it was just the top was the screen. We didn't have where you could take out the top and the bottom. The bottom was metal. It was just the top part where you could change glass to screen. And, of course, the screen was in. It was 4th of July, and we got, you know, all the family and the neighbors over, this and that, and we're doing fireworks. And apparently, it was the combination of, we're still not quite sure which one was the greater reason he jumped through the screen part of the door. But imagine this 350-pound St. Bernard flying through the screen door to either go after the fireworks or the glass of beer that my dad was holding at the time. That would be my 4th of July memory.
Wow. I imagine that was quite frightening, him coming through the screen door, Cujo style.
That's not funny. He was not a Cujo.
No, but it would have been Cujo style.
That's true. I suppose it would have. I hated that movie.
You know
did I hate that movie?
I never saw it. Was it Man's Best Friend or whatever? Where
that
they
was
showed
bad.
It was like a Rottweiler swallowing a kid or something.
Yeah, it was genetically altered and something went wrong and it was bad.
Yeah, I never got to see that one. I always meant to see that one. Because I remember seeing the camera go, I got to see a dog swallow a kid.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Not that our dog could swallow anything but whole pieces of sandwich.
Nobody thinks he can.
He's a badass.
Yeah, right up until the moment he actually gets in front of you, and then his hair stands up and he runs away like a scared little puppy.
Well, he probably learned that from his mom.
I do not run away like a scared little puppy. I get mouthy and big and bad, and then if they try to hit me, I run. But first I get big and bad and mouthy. Most of the time they look at me like this is a crazy, insane little white chick. Does she realize who she's talking to? Alright, we don't want to mess with her.
Alright.
And that's exactly how I plan on raising my daughter. She's going to be a cute little chick, and she's going to be big, bad, and scary with her little mouth. But
she's
anyway.
already big, bad, and scary with her little mouth.
Yeah, but she's under control by me right now. Well, in my presence by me, I should say.
Well, apparently you're listening to home tips from Danielle. How to raise your kids.
That's right. Hey.
This is the train wreck show on the Pirate Scream, and she's definitely making sure we can't find the brakes.
What brakes? Well, seeing how it's a train wreck show, and I know we talk about everything, shouldn't we be talking a little bit about music or something? Don't you have something to tell me about some music?
What would you like to know about music?
I'd like to know it all.
I'd like to know it all. Well, considering that you only listen to some of the words and some of the songs, I don't know that you can learn it all.
You could try and educate me.
One of the things that you probably don't know is that we have a new band called Stryker.
I did not know that.
They were one of the packages that was mailed to us, and they're from the area. They're
it's a local band.
Yeah, they're heavy metal, or they're more like maybe a death metal. Not quite, but they're definitely heavy metal. They're a lot like Mudvayne. that type of thing.
Yeah, again, I have no idea. You know that.
Well, you know how some of the heavy metal bands, the singer actually has a nice voice and he'll sing, you know, like a nice little part, and then
Occasionally you can actually like tell.
and then he'll just go in.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way these guys are. Sounds pretty good.
Oh, so I might enjoy the little quiet parts. The parts that I might be able to figure out.
So apparently they have a lot of pain and anger, but a lot of those bands are based on pain and anger. So.
On a side note, has anybody other than me ever pointed out that crazy noise that you just did, which you tend to do often, it reminds me of one of the characters from the villains of Scooby-Doo?
Well, good.
Or am I the only one that like notes that?
I don't know. Nobody's ever mentioned that I am any character on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, you definitely got the villain voice for one of those. At this time, I can't exactly remember which one, but you do. It's like
they
one of
only
those
had
scary
like
cat
one or
things.
two villains.
Yeah.
Amazing how they never really found a ghost, though, did they?
Like a real true ghost?
Yeah.
No. No, not in the cartoons.
The mystery
they did.
goes on.
But in the movies they did.
Yeah. Well, that was all freaky when everything came back.
I loved the movies.
Well,
I have to
you're a
say,
Scooby-Doo fanatic.
I am.
And a Buffy fanatic, so they combined the two for you by
I know,
having
it was great, but
Sarah
you know,
Michelle Gellar, which I still see the Buffy reruns on television.
they do occasionally have it on. It's not like it used to be, but I do have to note that in the second Scooby-Doo movie that they did, I have to say that I think my absolute favorite part out of the whole thing was
Reuben Studdard singing at the end?
Was the cotton candy ghost.
Oh, okay.
Because
When
poor
they figured
Scooby and
out.
Shaggy finally got to beat a ghost. They were actually the heroes for that moment.
Well, it took them a second, though. They had to think about it
Well,
for
it
a second.
did because it was just a scary ghost, and then I was like, wait a minute, he just said he's the cotton candy ghost. Dude, you don't know who you're messing with.
It sounded down pretty good.
However, as much of a fanatic as I am, I don't know how true of a fanatic I am because I despise Scrappy.
Well, I see. I never really had one way or the other about Scrappy. I just knew that he could be a pain in the ass to him.
Oh, he was the most annoying character. I mean, I loved Scooby-Dum. I loved the little girl Scooby they had, the cousins and all that crap. That Scrappy-Doo man, I don't know how he ever fit into that mix. He was just annoying, and I thought it was absolutely phenomenal.
Cool that he was a villain, huh?
Yes, that was awesome.
Hopefully we didn't give anything away. If you haven't seen it by now.
Yeah, there's something bad.
And if you're under the age of 18, you probably shouldn't be listening.
This is true. The Trainwreck Show is not for those of the young.
Well, tonight we've kept it pretty clean, but you're a clean kind of woman, I guess.
I try to be. I get down and dirty once in a while.
Which we all appreciate.
Although I don't know. I mean, previous shows I've been in, I got a little mean.
I think you were getting loopy at the time. She's actually going alcohol free.
I am.
Yeah.
Not even hyped up on caffeine. Maybe that's why it's so mellow.
She gave me these.
She has a nice butterface. Everything looks nice. Butterface.
That was my contribution.
All right, another insult for it.
Hey, you don't sweat much. For a fat guy.
Emily likes the excuses better.
We got another one coming out. I'm waiting for it to come out so I can get it for you. It's a road rage button.
Oh boy. Here's the excuses.
Yes, I was staring at that woman, but only because I was thinking of how stupid and ugly she is compared to you.
All right, let's see what else we got here.
I was so distracted by your beauty that I forgot our anniversary.
That was lame.
I was going to say, I don't think that excuse would work.
I couldn't read your handwriting, so I assumed the note said, lay on the couch and watch the game.
Now that's good.
All right, I think this is the last one.
I didn't take the garbage out because I still wanted to enjoy the aroma from the wonderful meal you cooked last night.
I could probably use that excuse every once in a while. The only problem is you didn't cook anything.
No, that's terrible because I think I'm a good cook when I actually do cook. I
Well,
just have to actually cook.
The invention of the microwave has saved us all.
Oh, I love the microwave. It is a glorious, glorious thing. And you know what
now
else
that
is
you can buy
great?
French fries that cook in the microwave.
And do they not taste just as good as the oven?
Yes, they're not bad.
I have to thank Arida for that one.
Well, come on, they had bacon that would cook in the microwave. You know, they had to get the French fries figured out.
This is true. It did take them a lot longer, however. But I am definitely one for the microwavable dinners as well as the I love the not plug it or anything, but I love the Betty Crocker all-in-ones. It does involve a real oven. However, I just gotta open a couple of packages, dump it in, mix it up, and cook it. But it is good.
Yeah, but one time we bought something that was pre-mixed that had meat in it and that was supposed to be able to store on the shelf, and we both ate it and we both got deathly ill.
Yes, if you've noticed, we've never bought it since. And in fact, I think it took me 2 or 3 years to even think about going for the canned version that was safe.
That's what, isn't it amazing how they're putting meat in products that are sitting on the shelf?
Yeah, it actually surprised me. I mean, I'm one of those fans that I like the hamburger helper meals. I gotta admit, I mean, it's good. You put your own hamburger in it and you cook it up. You're just got the noodles sitting on the shelf, which they're going to sit like that anyway. But Hamburger Helper went and made these individual single packs where it includes the little meat in it and everything. Yeah. And I'm like, this might be kind of cool. The kids want just a quick little bite or something. And I took the chance. They're still in the cupboard.
Didn't like it?
Oh, no, it's a bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but in my opinion, it's bad.
I can't. The whole meat off the shelf. Give me the meat out of the cooler or the freezer, please.
Well, you know what is bad too? I mean, it's not just on like the box stuff either, where they've like freeze dried this stuff. Some of these canned meats make me want to just
throw the taste,
up.
Yeah.
Not even the taste, just the whole thought
concept.
Process. Yes, and I wish I could remember.
Yeah,
some
but
of
you
them.
eat brown swagger.
But that is not out of a can. And it is by a very reputable company. A local company, I might add, that I choose to support. That is right, Smith Provisions. I support them wholeheartedly. But
you'll have to call them and see if they'll support the Pirate Scream.
I should. No, I wish I got it's like some kind of canned ham or canned like roast beef or something they now have, or maybe they've always had it and I just now discovered they had it. And you look at the package, the can, and you look at the pic. No, I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
I told you, just that whole concept. I mean, we really got into a society where if we're not eating at a fast food restaurant, we're making fast food at home because we're cooking it in the microwave.
Yeah, we've just kind of made ourselves have no time. It's not that we really don't have the time. We've just kind of put ourselves in a position where we feel we don't have the time.
The whole convenience thing over and over again, just like what they're doing with cars. I mean, come on, you got something to tell you that the tire pressure.
You know what kills me? These phones they have in the cars. You know what I mean? The little touch the button, call home.
Oh, the OnStar.
I guess it's like sponsored through OnStar or whatever. It's one of the new cars coming out where you can actually like hit the thing so the whole thing's on.
Some of them have your wireless plan in the car, I think.
Come on!
Yeah, your wireless, that's part of your wireless plan.
And I'm sure their whole thing that they're pushing for is that it's so much safer because you're not holding the phone, you're not distracted, you're just freely talking like if somebody was next to you. But come on!
At the same time, no matter what happens, I don't really care how you're doing it, whether it's an earpiece, the phone, whether it's coming through your speaker system. At some point, some conversations have to take you out of what you're actually doing.
Maybe.
I mean, and I find that, like, the last place I'd want to find out that somebody just died is when I'm driving down the highway.
Anybody who's stupid enough to pass that information along when they find out what the person is doing is just completely inconsiderate.
Well, I'm just telling you that, it happens every day. People are in inconvenient locations getting, something they didn't really need to get in that location. And sometimes I have to be there to witness it, and that's no fun.
But, back to this whole convenience food thing.
Oh, cell phones aren't convenient enough?
No. I just merely wanted to point out that, you've got a distaste for the whole convenience thing, how we're now fast food joints and fast food just at home and everything. I would have no objection to you deciding to want to cook every night, by the way.
Well, then the Pirate Scream fans would miss out on the music.
No, I'm almost positive you could set it up so that they'd have enough time to continue to listen uninterrupted while you took the time to cook your family some food. And I don't think they'd object.
I think
I do know for a fact you make a killer meatloaf.
I understand that you also know how to cook, so.
I do, but apparently you're willing to throw mine in the garbage.
No, that was your insult button or your excuse button that you bought me.
Uh-huh. That you agreed to use.
Well, of course. You bought it for me.
I meant that
have to use
excuse.
it. No, it just had to be the next one in rotation.
Hey, look, the storm's passed.
Yeah.
Here's my weather update. The storm has passed. No more rain is falling.
What about
the clouds
sunshine?
Are going by. Well, it's getting a little bit lighter out there.
Uh-oh.
I know, it may have actually passed by us. I sure hope that your fans are not bored by this little train wreck show going on, because it's not that interesting this evening, apparently.
We need to have a band come and sit in the living room, and that'll get you fired up.
Depends upon the band, and depends upon if they can really entertain me with their conversation.
Well,
I have to admit, when I heard the first band that you had on, I believe.
Beneath the Scars, yeah, they were the first one in the studio.
They were very entertaining.
I
I was not there, but I did listen. I listened to that show. Actually, I think I listened to it more than once. Plus, I listened to it being edited. But anyway, they were good. They thoroughly entertained me.
Well, we need bands that are willing to come in the studio, or even talk over the phone. But sometimes it's hard because you're only going to talk to one person normally over the phone. Not everybody has 5 phones all hooked to the same line.
This is true. No, that would be awesome if any of the local bands around that have already been in touch or getting ready to get in touch with you to submit some music would be willing to come in and sit down and have a chat. Promise not to consume your entire day. But, yeah, we'd love to have them come in and sit down and talk about their music or just about anything even, just to get a little bit more insight into the people we've got in the area that we're trying to make sure we help support and listen to their music and help getting them bigger and better.
Well, right now, Danielle is learning how to pump piratescream.com. So that's a good thing. We hopefully will be able to go out to some venues and do some more recording. That would be nice.
That'd be really awesome.
So,
it'd be nice if we get some more genres out there, some more varieties. It was great to be able to go to the hip-hop one, and that's great for a good portion of our crowd, I'm sure. But, yeah, it'd be nice to get, a good mix going around, and we could actually spread out a better variety for everybody.
Yeah, well, there's a variety of bands running for the Rock Erie Awards.
And, again, how would they go about contacting us to let us know they're interested in that?
piratescream@rock.com. And if they're a band and they want to send us any kind of information, that's bandinfo@piratescream.com.
See, guys, it's very easy to do. Get in touch with us 24/7.
And if Sprint or somebody wants to sign up and take care of our communications,
that would be even better.
So, something's always in the works. So that's it for the news there?
Well, I would love to be one of those little reporters that come up with all the little news going on and give you all the highlights. But people, let's face it. You read the newspaper. You read it online. You watch the news. What is it? Death, tragedy, war, bad weather, the environment's going to hell. Nothing's happy anymore. So, I'm not a very good news reporter. I mean, here's one thing that... I'll do a little tidbit. Like, I talked about the couple running out on their $3,000 bill. There was... And unfortunately, I wish there was more information on this one. But, where'd it go?
No, do we have names of those people that ran out on the bill?
Benjamin and Ashley... And I can't remember. I'd have to pull it up.
And they were from Erie?
Yeah.
So that should be a good June nominee for the Trainwreck Award.
That's not bad because they're local.
Yeah, and to see if they get in any more trouble between now and their court date.
Let's see. They were Benjamin and Ashley Wilkinson of Erie. And it says they were taken to the Erie County Prison after fail. Oh, I'm so sorry. I misread when I was talking earlier. I thought they posted.
Oh, do we have to get you fired?
They were No, I am retracting and correcting.
Okay.
They were taken to the Erie County Prison after failing to post $5,000 bail each.
Oh, so they didn't have any money.
So they didn't have the money. So they're sitting their butts in jail on our dime, watching TV, eating 3 square meals a day. Gee, it's like being in the hotel. I'm sure they got some kind of little gym and everything. And don't say because I know people who work in the prison. They got it cushy.
There's a little less freedom, though. You can't just go out and hop in the car and go to the store and get a candy bar.
I agree. However, they weren't paying for anything before. Therefore, they weren't hopping in the car, jotting down to the store and buying a candy bar. They must have racking it all up at the hotel. So again, they're just switching from the hotel paying to us paying.
Well,
anyway,
I can see your point, but...
There's no buts, because I tell you what, there's an email...
I do have a butt. Would you quit saying I don't?
We don't want to get on that topic. Well, I'll get to it in a second, but there was an email that I had sent to you, and I'm going to have to pull it back up. You've got to see these pictures, because it's unreal. Before I get to that, here's another one. In Warren County, okay, again, back to how bad the news is. They don't report happy stuff. Just once, just a couple to offset is all I'm asking.
Hey, they're letting kids go to the...
That's not a positive.
Come on.
That is just a disaster waiting to happen.
They're not going to mess it up. It's on a Tuesday night in the summertime. They're not going to mess. They're not going to screw this up.
No school to worry about. No curfew to worry about.
They want to keep on being able to participate, so they're not going to screw this up.
Warren County. A 33-year-old Youngsville man has been charged with invasion of privacy after police said he videotaped women in a bathroom at a Warren County business.
Oh, interesting.
Pennsylvania State Police and Samuel I. Hill said Samuel I. Hill, so we do have a name. I didn't realize we had a name earlier. The guy that did this, good old Sammy, hid a video camera in the women's restroom at Papco Oil's Sheffield Research Building between October of 2007...
I wonder if he was after a particular woman.
I don't know.
And that's why he left it there so long.
Between October of 2007 and February of 2008. They said he downloaded the images he taped onto a laptop computer.
That's what I do.
Again, it's all bad. But that just leads me to quite a few sick things because, I mean, it's a bathroom.
Yep.
It's not a locker room where they're changing and you're getting nudie shots. It's a freaking bathroom.
I don't know how much... Well, maybe they didn't have... Maybe that's where they changed their clothes, in the bathroom.
I don't know.
Because he didn't say it was a toilet cam.
No, but that's what one tends to lean right towards and believe that that's what it was, and it really grosses me out to think that.
Well, that was a good episode of Law and Order when there were...
where they did the whole toity cam?
Where the guy was sitting across in the park bench downloading the images.
Yeah. And then what was the really gross part? The really gross part is when they found out they had journals and diaries logging the how long the pee was. It took them this long to pee and what the color was.
Well, didn't he have like OCD on top of everything else?
No, there's no way he could have because when they got into that apartment, it was trashed. OCD would mean organized, wouldn't it? I mean, that's typically what a person.
Well, I thought another
does.
one part of OCD, you could also just collect everything and not get rid of anything.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to check into that.
So, I mean, it would all be organized, but they couldn't get rid of anything.
It's possible. I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not a professional psychologist. I just play one on the radio.
So that would be Dr. Fraser Crane?
No, I just play one on the radio.
Ah.
No, Dr. Fraser Crane, I don't think he ever handed out any real advice.
He did have a cool catchphrase.
What was that?
I'm listening.
I should use that one on you more often.
You should. No, it's kind of neat because I actually caught an episode the other day where it actually showed how he came up with the catchphrase. And it was hysterical to me because he just moved back to Seattle and he's sitting there. He went over to his dad and he had been in town for over a week and he's just now going to see his dad, good old Marty.
Yeah.
And they started bickering with each other. He's like, we got to be able to get along. We got to be able to sit down and just have a conversation. We got to at least try. And so they're sitting there, and they're both just staring, nothing being said. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Marty goes, I'm listening. Oh, do you have a pen? Do you have a pen? I need to write that down. That's good. He got all excited and sidetracked. But anyway, I thought it was kind of neat. His dad came up with that thing. But there was an email that I got that I sent to you, which you haven't looked at yet. And it says, guess what this is? And you start scrolling down, it's probably got at least a good 6 pictures. And you're checking it out, and you're looking right from the get-go at the first picture, like this really cool designed glass building is what I'm catching from parts of it. And you go inside, and you can see they got an awesome gymnasium. I think they showed like the cafeteria area. Then they start showing these like individual quarters. And as soon as you get to that point, you've already pretty much figured out what it is. But you're also amazed that at the same time you're figuring out that this is a prison, that it is a prison. I mean, they live better than we live. In prison. State-of-the-art stuff. Weight room, basketball court, right down to the rooms have, like, TVs in their rooms.
Well,
they've got computer.
Yeah,
well,
that's certain places.
Yes, of course, it's not here in the United States.
Yeah.
I forget which country it's in. It's in another country. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, that does us a lot of good. How do we know where we're going to get arrested at?
I could look if you would like me to. It'd only take me a moment.
That's okay.
But it was still just amazing to me that it was a prison.
Well, just remember,
Why would
folks,
you treat them that well?
when you're listening to the train wreck show, if you get caught in the right country, you could have a nice prison cell.
Or, if you get caught in the right country and you get hurt, you can get a free hospital stay.
There you go. Well, thank you for listening to the train wreck show on June 30th. Thank you, Danielle, for participating. Hopefully we didn't bore anybody to death. And hopefully you saw the headlights and got out of the way. Everybody have a good night. You're listening to the Pirate Scream.